himself is a director at Mandros, who some of you may use and some of you may not. He's had a career in software systems. KPMG Management Consulting in Scotland was one that stood out for myself. He's a very active member right across the CQI, whether it's Quality World or whether it was more recently the 4 modules, was it, in the body of knowledge?
It's 2 that got my name against them and 2 that don't.
You covered.
That's something to do with the CQI website.
Right, so 2 out of 2, and another 2 that we can say to. And is currently working on the topic tonight with the CQI standards. So again, I think it's worth noting that the North of Scotland branch is heavily active with the CQI, probably more than we punch way above our weight. And I think Peter's quite proud of this, is his Doric background. He seems to be a practitioner in Doric. So if some parts of tonight make more sense than others, then maybe that's why it makes more sense instead to that. Just
a few examples of some of the definitions which I would prefer to use. Anyone from out with this area that doesn't understand what I'm talking about?
Hi.
I understand. Well, you can catch up.
Thank you.
And these are all, I think, terms related to running a business. This is fairly basic to what we're proposing, and it very much fits with process management, and as I say, this is one of my hobby horses. The Azure definition of a process makes no mention of an objective, and if you do a search on the internet, which I did probably a couple of years ago now, I got about 20 definitions, and 19 of them talked about objectives or achieving results or something that kind of implied there was a reason for doing things. Only the ISO 9000 definition made no reference to objectives. And also the idea of a trigger, something has to start the process apart from switching a machine on. So, a customer phones with an order and you decide to carry out a management review or something. So the idea of a trigger to start off the process, again, is missing. But I thought there were probably 2 different types of process. I've now come up with 5. Just very briefly, and if you disagree with this, then for goodness sake, tell me. The mechanistic process is your production line, where you want to minimise variation. You want things to happen the same way all the time, and that's not a bar. That's a production line, by the way. And then just to finish off, do you know haiku poetry?
17 syllables.
17 syllables.
5, Japanese stuff.
5, 7 and 5. Supposed to reflect...
Full of sound, no meaning.
Wistful something.
Firstly, thank you very much, Peter. Very stimulating conversation. It's obviously something that's at the core of a lot of what we do day to day, or affects us, as I said at the beginning, and certainly you saw that with some of the discussions and debate that we had throughout. Again, I just want to commend on the approach for a single management system. Everyone here, I thought that was a great presentation, and thank you very much, especially at the short stroke long notice. And I'll teach you to volunteer inadvertently before. So I think on behalf of, can we show our appreciation for